The problem is that they thinking that the police officers, okay, or the species with no soul and heart, they believe that they can do whatever they like, okay? I really like to see Andrews, Albanese, Patton, or any of those other, clowns to be in this situation, that somebody attack them, kidnap them, then release them and says, okay, you can go and that's it, matter is finished. We can't just let them to do that, otherwise soon we're going to be, it'll be worse than in China.
I've been meaning for Rebel News in Melbourne, Australia today to catch up with one of Melbourne's most notorious COVID criminals who has a really good update for us. We've been following his case closely at fightthefines.com.au. Les is champion, and his story, his update is going to bring a smile to your face. So make sure to watch this all the way through. Then head over to fightthefines.com.au. Check out the other stories still happening, the cases in front of the courts at the moment. And then if you're willing and you're able, please consider chipping in to some of those cases. We still need funding too. fightthefines.com.au. Enjoy. For those that don't remember the story, tell us what happened quickly from the beginning.
Okay, I think it was July. In 2022, I was attacked by the police in Melbourne CBD. I was handcuffed, put into the van, and basically kidnapped to the police station, handcuffed obviously, and spent a few hours in the cell. They charged me for 3 counts. One was assaulting the police officer, the another one was about resisting the arrest, and a third one, some kind of nonsense. The first hearing was that basically prosecutor asked for extra time to find more evidence against me.
The judge gave them the more time to gather that important evidence, even though to every single one of our viewers and anybody that's watched that footage, it was quite clear that you didn't assault or resist anything. In fact, it was self-defense. You were attacked. What happened? Because we've been waiting for March to come round so that you can take on this matter. What happened?
Yeah, the funny story was that I was supposed to have a 3-day trial, and probably it was a week before, I've got a phone call from an unknown number. Normally I don't answer that, but I thought, oh well, I do that. That was a prosecutor. The prosecutor from the Victoria Police rang me and he said to me, listen, you are such a good citizen, we'd like to drop the charges. I say, wow, a friend of mine was listening to that because I had on speaker, and he said to me, wow, you are the beautiful citizen, and
you don't have a criminal history, you've never been in trouble with the law before, and this was the first criminal incident which was related to protesting COVID restrictions at the time. So that's what they meant by good citizen. Then what happened?
And then, of course, I said to him, listen, I don't care what you're going to do, because I still go for you. I can't let you just to go with that, because you cannot assault people like that. We're supposed to be living in democratic country. I know it's different now. But I say, I won't let you go. And he says, oh, well, in this case, we can't drop the charges. And then a few days after that, 2 days before the hearing, it's supposed to be on Wednesday, on Monday, I've got a phone call from different prosecutor. And he's telling me, listen, I want to drop the charges. I says, guys, what are you doing? Where is the prosecutor who rang me last week? And he said to me, you know what? He's on holiday, so we just changed you. I'm your prosecutor now, and I want to drop the charges. I said, do whatever you like. I'm still going for you. And that's what they done. They dropped the charges. The problem is that they thinking that the police officers, okay, or the species with no soul and heart, they believe that they can do whatever they like, okay? I really like to see Andrews, Albanese, Patton, or any of those other, clowns to be in this situation, that somebody attack them, kidnap them, then release them and says, okay, you can go and that's it, matter is finished. We can't just let them to do that, otherwise soon we're going to be, it'll be worse than in China.
Now that they have dropped it, are you filing something against them for that assault?
Yeah, I'm going to sue the Victorian government and the police force, because that's all the same cartel. Of course, I can't let them go, and I won't have these police officers to be removed from the force, because they don't know what they're doing.
Have you filed a complaint with the police as well now?
It's not point to file the complaints, because we know what had happened. If you file the complaint to IBEC, they transfer that back to the police. So it's pointless. It's actually nonsense. I don't have time for this kind of game.
If you think Les's audacity and bravery is as inspiring as I do, make sure to like, comment, but most importantly, share this far and wide, Because the mainstream media, they won't tell his story now after the fact. They don't want people to be empowered by his chutzpah to fighting back, to fighting against the narrative. And then head over to fightthefights.com.au, check out the other stories still happening, playing out today from the COVID era. And if you're willing and able, please consider chipping in to some of the fights that we're still funding at fightthefights.com.au.